Good morning, welcome back to the Bait Shack. We're gonna try to do a little video here for y'all today. Everybody had a good Thanksgiving, I see, and I hope. And we ate up, man. I like to eat too much, but I say I ain't gonna do it, but I always do every year. But I got a little cup of remelt stuff here that I just got through heating back up and adding a little more color to it, and done got it all vacuumed out and got it over here in this cup. I'm gonna try to do I did this the first video, and I couldn't see it because I didn't have a tripod. I got a tripod now. Old lady got tired of videoing, I guess, on that second video. So, but anyway, she got me a tripod. We're gonna try to do the 8.8 Mojo open pour that we did on the first video that you couldn't see. I'm hoping y'all can see it a little better here today with this. We're gonna try it anyway. And I got this here already vacuumed out. We're gonna have to heat it back up and give it a little heat so we can get with it. So we've been busy today though. We're trying to get ready to go to the Christmas on the Rivers thing you have in the park out there, the art in the park. Have all kind of vendors set up from food to whatnots and leather craft, and so we trying to get ready for that next weekend. It's coming up on the 6th of December here in Demopolis, Alabama. So if y'all want to come see us, and we'll see if we can fix you up with a few baits. We've been busy this morning. She's been down here making up some crappie baits, and I poured up a few swim baits and some 7.5 ribbon tails. And we didn't have many to hand poured ribbon tails, so I did a couple bags of them in like a copper color. I call it a tarnished penny, what I call it. Tarnished copper. We ain't decided on the name yet. We'll decide on it before we bag it up and label it. Let's see what we got here. Bring it out the old microwave. Woo. And stir it back up. And I believe that's gonna work. We can get a pour or two out of it. It's kind of cold out here this morning. I had to light the heater. I think my little ventilation fan up there sucking the heat out faster, it's pouring in. Let's see if we can get this going here. I hope y'all can see this. I gotta get used to this tripod. I ain't got used to it yet, but we working on it. Uh-oh, I made a mess. That's all right, it'll clean up. I usually pour out that smaller cup, but I already had it in this 2-cupper, so we're gonna see what we can do with this 2-cupper. Maybe we can get it do right in this 2-cupper. There's one of them. Little 3-cavity mold. I can pour pretty good. Make a too big a mess out of it. The thing about it, they got the aluminum mold, they clean up pretty easy if you get a little overspill in it. I try not to because I don't want to deal with all that little pinching, you know. I had to pinch some earlier this morning on a ribbon tail, and my hand got so cold I couldn't hardly feel it when I pinched it. But I'm tell you, look at that, I done messed up. Oh well, yeah, we'll clean it up. I get in that little smaller cup, I'll be better after a while. The last one. And my daddy always said if you'd have poured it first, you'd have been through by now. But anyway, we give them just a second to cool off, and it take just a little while for them to cool, but it ought not take long this morning for them to cool. I poured some swim baits this morning, and ooh, they still a little hot, them other ones is, so we're gonna let them cool off, see if they'll get cooled off in time to demold them. We about got everything we gonna got shot up. We got a few more stuff to shoot up. We're supposed to have a couple new molds in Monday. And gonna shoot a few of them, maybe we'll get them shot. A few packs of them shot for next Saturday, so we hope so anyway. So if you're looking for your husband or your sons or anything, something for Christmas, and they like to fish, come on down and see if we'll fix them up. But I don't know if y'all like these videos I'm trying to do, but if you do like them, I hope you hit the like button and the subscribe button and all that whatnot, and we sure appreciate it. We're gonna get better here. That's why we ever get where we can put this on the where we can edit the thing. I'll show you a full swim bait for from color build to everything. It takes about an hour for them things to cool down. So if we can get where we can edit that out, we'll show you more. Let's see what this here's looking like now. I believe we might can pull that. Alright, let me get him where I can show you. You take this here mold. I have to pick it up. You take that thing and take your finger there. You go right along the edge of that mold right there. Where you got that overspill. And just pinch. Don't pull, pinch. You pinch it. You pull it, you'll pull it out of the cavity. There we go. Just pinch it off. Got a little bit right there on that. Just pinch, pinch. A little bit more. There you go. We got that cleaned off. And here one got a little carried away on that left one there. I poured it all out on the table now where it is. That ain't there. Let's get this right here. That's a little cleaned off. All right. A little bit right there. Now then, here we go. Let's see what it looks like. There it is. 8.8 Mojo. We might call that a purple passion. I don't know if you guys see that. The lighting on it. The lighting down here ain't too good, and she got junk all over my tray over here. Get all this stuff off him where I can lay it on this tray, lay them out straight. You want to lay these things out pretty straight so they can cure. If you don't lay them straight, if you lay them crooked now, they'll cure crooked in your hair. It'll cure just like you're laying. Alright. Go for number 2. Get it up here where y'all can see it. Pull it out of the mold. Number 2. Ooh, that's hot. That mold still a little hot. And it's cold this morning. Got to warm up every one of these molds before you do anything to it. But I always like to warm them a little bit. Anyway, kind of help warm plastic, warm molds. It kind of help it pour a little better. See them? Can you see them? try to carry it out there in the sunlight, but there ain't no way I'm gonna try to do all that today. I can't hardly walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. Lady, I'm back over there. We'll see if we can get a nutting right quick. I don't know if we can. We might get a nutting before this plastic cool down. Let's see if we can. We want to try to get that thing a little bit over now. Cause it'll cool down, it'll sink down a little bit. You have a little canyon in that thing if you don't. Sometimes you get a little overspill, sometimes I like to get just a little overspill because it's so easy to clean up. But especially on them swim baits, I'd rather get just a little overspill and clean it up than have a bad back on that thing all caved in. But I do try to do a pretty clean pull on them, but sometimes it don't happen. Like I say, we just started this back in Mesa. Getting a little more used to this open pole. One thing about it is anything you do, it don't make no difference. How much you learn about it, there's always gonna be something that you can learn. That goes with anything in life. No matter how much you learn about something you're doing and you know about it, there's always gonna be something something new that you'll learn about. I learn a little something new every day down there doing this. Every time I come, I learned one thing real quick. If you put white, just regular old white, in a color, and if you don't use it all for that bait you're making, take that stuff and throw it in a garbage can. If you don't, you put it in there, it's gonna make everything a milky, ugly, drab looking color. Just an ugly, ugly color. You mess up all your emails with that stuff. So if I gotta use a little white in a belly or something, but I ain't quite happy with the pearl in it, I get through that puck, it'll go right in the trash can. I don't even fool with it. That's pretty clean pour, huh? Yeah, I ain't got a bit of clean up on that. We getting better at this. So sometimes you think you're getting better, sometimes you think you're getting worse. Oh, but anyway, we doing what we can do. Old lady, she come down here on that second video and film for me. She went and bought me a tripod, so she must didn't like filming me or something. I don't know what the deal was. This tripod don't work out, she gonna be down here making some more, whether she like it or not. But I hope she ain't hear me. She upstairs kicking around right now. But no, she been down this morning. She shot every one of our crappie baits, all the crappie baits we got here, hanging right there. And what she got laying over there on a tray, and what she got hanging back yonder and boxed up. She shot every one of them. We got some little 2-inch pintail crappie minnows and a little curly tail crappie minnow. Got like a little shad body on it with a curly tail. We're gonna get a couple more crappie baits for too long, but especially for the spring of the year. So we just trucking along. Can't get too big at one time, eh? Anything you do. Can't buy them all at one time. Lord, I'd like to have every mole in the book. At least one of them, but even the ones I don't like, I'd like to have them. Just shoot. It don't go that way. All right, let's see. This here ought to be. Don't want to pick it too green. Oh yeah, that. I think I'm gonna work right there. Let's see what that looks like right there. Let's pick it out of there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that worm. Man, you can take that thing without a Texas rig and run it over top of some grass without a weight. Ooh, that old bass tear that thing up. Man, he'll tear it up. Looking about as good, I want to eat it. But I don't know if that'd be a good idea, no. All right. Yeah, that got like a purplish pearl, brownish tint to it. More like a chameleon color. Let's see. There we go. Pretty good color. All right. Let's see if them things. Oh yeah, I believe we can pick some of them swim baits off. Now we'll demold one of them. Show you what it looks like and see if we can. We might even get an eye to put on that thing here. A pretty good eye right there. I kind of like that eye. All right, let me get this here set over here. Let's try to demold some of these here. I got a 6-inch and a 4-inch, a G4 and a G6 angling there. I hadn't got rid of my full set of 4 inches and my set of 6 inches in this color. And I still got the 5-inch. So if you want, anybody wants a 5-inch, I'll just, anyway, it ain't not just a 5-inch anything, so just, you can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, and you can check out our Facebook page, Sweet and Sassy. We got a Facebook page. You can message me on that, but let's see. Let's get this hood and cleaned up right quick before we demold. Ooh, that's still a little warm. Think that old big one a little better, cool, a little longer to cool off, don't it? It's set up on. Eat it. I usually put about 5 of these to the pack. I ain't fortunate enough right now to own 5 molds of each one of them. So 1 mold a piece. I just usually pour around each side and sit back and do something else while they cool off. Demold them, pour another round, and pour something else. If I do any during the week, I usually get 1 or 2 a night poured. 1 set a night poured, maybe 2 sets. Sometimes I get 1 set poured and demold it and pour another set and demold it the next day. get to moving them pretty good. That's the way they're gonna be for right now till I get to moving them pretty good, and I'm getting a few more molds each one. And the old jerk baits, I do 5 inch, I think they are. Them little jerk baits hand pulled, I got 6 of them. I put 6 of them in the pack, but I just ain't quite as high as these right here. Let's see what that thing's gonna look like. Ooh, look at that, look at that, look at there, look at there. Get that tail out of there, get that tail out of there. That tail don't wanna come out. There she comes. Put that up there and get this in there where we can. I call this a, I don't know if it looked like one or not, but I call it a thread fin shad, what I call it. Just a white pearl bedded with some holographic flake and a gold vein, and I use a silver black mica powder for the top. Just lay that right there and see what the old 6 one here looks like. They all have a little flashing on these things, a little bit on the bottom. We got a little trick to clean them off too. If you don't flash a little bit on the bottom when you pour them, you ain't got your temperatures right on your hot plate over there. So I'm glad to see a little flashing around there. All these have got hook slot, by the way. That's where you can get most of your flashing around that little hook slot. Oh yeah, that come out good. Look at that. Tail stayed in place. Everything. Around that hook slot you get a little flash. Well, you don't want no flashing over back in around that little anal fin back there. You get that, you just gonna have to kind of pick it the best you can and get it out. You put that heat gun on it, it might melt your little fin down there. The way we put these eyes on, let me get my eyes out here. Oh, we take them, stick them there on my hand. This eye here got a little silver and a little gold in it. I think it'll match that vein and the back color and all pretty good there. What we hoping anyway. Find my super glue. Use a super glue gel, what we use to put on it. I tell you, they got a little sticky stuff on there, say you don't need none, but you use this super glue gel to stick it in there with you. You don't need to clear dip it or nothing to seal that eye. Just a little dab. That fish ain't gonna knock it off. If he knocks it off, then he done told you bait up. There's the eye on the 4-inch one. Might have got a little bigger eye on that, but it'd be alright. It looks pretty good on that. Can't take it off now, that's for sure. There's the one on the 6-inch one. And what putting them eyes on, that's kind of a directional eye. Add the eye on the 6-inch. Y'all can see that or not. So anyway, well, all right, that's about it for the day. I thank y'all for watching. Like I say, if you like it, well, hit the subscribe button and the like button and the notification button, and look for some more videos. And until then, keep on fishing. And we out of here.